Hello, Abigail. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your site over to me for analysis. So here we go. The first thing is you have a beautiful website. I don't have to tell you that. You probably already knew that. But I'm not really here for the aesthetic part of it. I mean, I was just looking to see that everything worked, and so far it does. It's laid out well. But what is more interesting to me is to make sure that people come here and actually use these things to click and to get into your site, because that is what makes this website useful to you. If it's not driving you customers, then it is just, something that appears on the business card, and who cares? So let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, look, she's bouncing up and down. That was kind of cute. Now, the first thing I do when I look at a website is I go and I look at this paid tool that I have called Ahrefs. And it is something that I use to help look at the metrics of your site, see how it is performing. Now, the second thing I do is I go and I do a Google search, in this case of Denver, Colorado roofers. I know that you do other things, but I'm just going to narrow it down to roofer. I need to explain a little bit about how Google works. Google has an algorithm that it determines the placement of everything on a Google search result. And the first thing you're going to find here are paid ones. That is true of all Google sites, searches. They're going to be paid up at the top. They call them sponsored, but it sounds nicer, I guess, than paid. Now, below that, you're going to find what we call the Map Pack. That is a group of companies that have done something that their competitors have not done, and that is they went and filled out a Google Business Profile. And the Google Business Profile asks all sorts of questions like what year you started your business, your phone number, that sort of thing. It also asks you to prove that you own the website that you're referring to, and so on. Now, it's not like rocket science to go and fill this out, but I'm sure other companies have filled it out, and they are not here. And the reason is that Google rewards thoroughness. Google likes people to be thorough, and they might not have been thorough enough, which is why I can tell you can go and fill this out, but you might not get in here, which is exactly the result that you want. Now, below the Map Pack, what we have are, Brava Tile telling us who the 30 best roofers are who probably use Brava Tile. And second is the first roofer that I actually come across, Interstate Roofing. Now, for the purpose of this analysis, I'm going to refer to them as your Google competitor. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, well, here's their site. It is, nothing more special or less special than yours. Yours is, I think, a lot more beautiful and more inviting. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on your site, copy all, and I'm going to paste it into this word counter. Here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. 635 words. Now, I'm going to do the same with their site. And they have copy and paste. They have 1,330 words. Now, algorithms are just mathematical constructs, and so for an algorithm, more wins. And in this case, their 1,300 words beats your 600 words. So now it is important for you to beat your competitors in, not just in real life, but here in the virtual world also. You want to have more words than they have, but I'll give you this information. The Google algorithm is not something unknown to us. We know what it's asking for, and Google prefers that you have 1,500 words on your homepage. That sounds like a lot, but it's easy to do. Now, all words are not the same, though. It's not like you can just come back here and put the word roofer on your website, just one after another 1,500 times. You don't want to do that. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because what we have are keywords. Now, keywords are developed by Google. When somebody does this search, it takes all of the websites that appear from top to bottom, all the way down to the smallest reference, which is pages and pages down. And it will take all of those websites, it will strip all the words from them, and it will count all of those words. And it will have an expectation at that point of what words should be on your website. Those become the keywords. And they are words that are all part of your industry and part of your region. it becomes the names of communities around you, and it becomes the names of things like, gutters and insulation, that sort of stuff. I'm going to show you what they have. You have 2,900. They only have 1,500. So there is something else at work here, which I will get to. Let me show you their keywords. Roofing companies, Denver, roofers, you have done really well in this area. You probably don't need much help, but it's always good to stay on top of your competitor. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is your backlinks. Backlinks are where you are listed on somebody else's site. There is a link back to your site on their site. So we're talking like Yelp, things like that. Now, you have 863 and they have 6,600. This might be where they are beating you and why they have such a high placement on the Google search. Now, let me show you what their backlinks are. They are Indeed.com, which means that they were hiring recently. Business.site, which means that that's where they have their website designed or something. Homestead.com, MapQuest, About.com, Expertise, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Angie's List, This Old House. All of those sites have them on their site with a link back to their site. Now, Google believes that the more people are talking about you, the more important you are. It's just like being famous, right? So the more backlinks that exist back to your site means that you must have something going on. So the Google algorithm takes that into account. When it looks at all the other sites, it determines what sites refer back to yours. It knows. So you want to increase your backlinks. Now, I'm going to show you what this all means. And it all comes down to where they are, which is essentially first in the placement down here, which, by the way, they could be in both places. Oh, and they are. Interstate Roofing there, Interstate Roofing here. They have filled out a Google business profile, and they've done it well. So here's what it means. Your keywords and your backlinks have resulted in you having 1,300 clicks to your website last month. The month before that, you were up a little bit. You're down 19 from the month before. And here's what they had. 6,500. Excuse me. And you know that means that they have that many more opportunities to get a estimate request, to have somebody become a customer, to have a job and have money in your pocket. And that's all because of the placement in a Google search. You and I both know that when we search for something on Google, we don't scroll down very far. We just go about, say, that far, and then anything above that is probably where we're going to find our answer. So that being the case, what you'd like to do is three things. You want to get on the Google business profile. You want to improve your keywords. You want to improve your backlinks, and that will improve the money that's coming into your pocket, guaranteed. This tool that I have tells me that the value of the clicks on your page are $2,800 per click. That's what it will translate to into money in terms of future income. And for them, each click is worth $79,000 because of the traffic. So use those three things to improve your website, please. It will really make this more a tool of your business as opposed to just something that you have as sort of a novelty. Clearly, you have put some time and effort into it because it is beautiful, as I say. So it's not a novelty for you, but I want it to become more useful. Now, I hope I have been helpful to you. I would assume that you probably want to spend more time roofing than you do digging around in the belly of your website. That being the case, this is an opportunity for you to call Eric and see what the next steps are, because he can help you make this become a really rocket-fueled website that brings you money. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.